I never told you to do this, man.
You told me to wait, and I waited. You left me
Okay,
here.
so what the fuck do you want me to do now, Terry, huh? What can I do about this?
Jack discovered that his wife had checked into a hotel room. He followed her closely to the hotel and went to the front desk to search for registration information. Although his wife didn't use her own name to register, Jack immediately recognized her handwriting. She had registered for room 507. When Jack saw the key for room 508, the manager told him that this room had already been reserved. Jack slipped some money to the manager and went to room 508. Inside, Jack called his friend Will to tell him that he had discovered his wife's affair right in the room across from him. He also mentioned that he had taken Will's gun and was planning to kill the couple. Will, hearing that Jack had already arrived at the hotel, wasn't surprised or panicked. This was because the person his wife was having an affair with was Will himself. He immediately tried to calm Jack down, telling him to stay calm and that he would come over right away. Jack felt a bit relieved by Will's comforting words. Meanwhile, Will was feeling very anxious. He woke Anna, who was sleeping, and told her that Jack had tracked them to the hotel and was watching their room from the opposite side. Anna nervously looked toward the door. Will started searching for another way out of the room, but all the windows were locked. Nervous, Anna suggested calling the police, but Will vehemently stopped her. If the police came, their affair would be exposed. At that moment, Will's phone rang. It was Jack calling. He asked why Will hadn't arrived yet, and said that Jack was planning a surprise for the couple across the hall. Will's heart raced with fear. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. Will quickly pressed his phone against his ear and hid in the bathroom. Anna, in a state of panic, went to open the door. Jack, standing outside, stared through the peephole. When he saw Anna opening the door to accept the champagne he had sent, all hope left him, and he hung up the phone. The heartbreak and despair nearly caused him to lose control. Will knew that if he didn't leave soon, Jack would likely break into their room. Realizing Anna had used the room's landline to call the police earlier, Will thought of a plan. He quickly called the room 508 phone, and, upon hearing Jack's voice, immediately rushed out of the room, heading to the elevator. He didn't have time to wait for the elevator, so he ran down the stairs. Jack, hearing the sounds outside, followed him. He noticed the elevator button was pressed, but couldn't see anyone, so he quickly chased toward the stairs. Will, hearing the door opening, hid behind a wall and stayed completely still. Fortunately, Jack didn't continue to chase him and returned to his room. Will let out a relieved sigh and quickly left the hotel. Anna, hearing the door open across the hall, also opened her door. Just then, another hotel guest passed by. Anna attempted to ask for help, but was mistaken by Jack, who thought the man was her lover. Jack knocked him unconscious and tied him to a chair. With the man tied up, Jack believed he had caught his wife in the act. His wife, however, continued to deny everything. In a fit of rage, Jack raised his gun to shoot the man, but his wife rushed in to stop him. In the chaos, the gun accidentally went off and the bullet struck his wife. Meanwhile, Will, who had just left the hotel, tried to call Jack, but realized he had taken the wrong phone. This meant his phone was still in the room, and he had to go back.